Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and I'm here with my 10 that I'm going to be wearing the most this winter. It's late, I know that, but I've already been wearing these, and as you guys know, these are going to be the 10 that I'm actually wearing. So most of these I've already been wearing. So some of them, you know, they may not be like hardcore winter, could be more of like a winter fall situation, but I've been wearing them and I like to be very accurate with what I'm actually wearing versus like hypothetically what I could be wearing. So I have only done reviews on maybe half of these depending on when I post this video. But let's go ahead and start with the ones I've done reviews on. I'm gonna keep this short as usual because I'll do full reviews on each one. I just want to show you what I'm wearing and what I think. If you haven't checked out, you probably should check out. So let's start off with this one from Alhambra. It's going to be Alhambra Tobac. Now this is obviously, very obviously, just based on the bottle, a clone of Dior Tobac color, and in my opinion it gets really close, especially in the air, and it is a strong performer. And this is, for me, a compliment getter. I love the DNA of this. And I want you to know, like, I haven't done research on where these are available. I'm gonna give you a link to where these are available. And if they're not available now, I would say I'm gonna link them on websites where you can put your email address in and they'll let you know when they're available. Fragrancebuy.ca, typically, like, I think they restock fairly frequently. So when I can't get something, I will throw my email in and I typically get something within a month. I am not in any way affiliated with them. However, a lot of my clones have come from that website, but I'll give you information on where I get them. And if I don't link it below, or if you need any help, if you comment down below, I'll normally answer it. If I don't answer it, it's because I didn't get an alert. YouTube doesn't always alert me, but I try to go in like once a week and try to catch up with any comments that I didn't, just because I like the comment section to be as interactive as possible. So anywho, Tobac, clone of Tobac color. I've already done the video on this. I actually really like this one. Next. Okay, so this is probably one of my older videos. I think like probably 2020 or something. But I still wear it, especially when I'm dressing up in winter. From the house of Armaf, it's Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Woman. I know it's Intense Woman, but to me it's a very unisex scent. It is a clone of Noir de Noir by Tom Ford. Also, I didn't mention this before, but I normally do a top 10 Middle Eastern and top 10 cheapies. This is a list of my top 10 Middle Eastern, cheapies, everything. So I didn't want to differentiate because I'm already bringing you this video late. So instead of doing two videos, I just kind of combine them, and I'm accurately telling you what I'm wearing now. So this one is a clone of Noir Noir. It is a really nice rose patchouli scent. It's got a kind of a chocolatey vibe. It is really nice when you dry. I'm probably gonna wear this as my scent of the night. I haven't worn this in a minute, and like in winter, I really dig this one. I've worn it in a Florida summer and I've gotten away with it, but this definitely shines way more in winter. It is so inexpensive. This one you can definitely find. I will link it down below wherever I can find it the cheapest. Next. So I don't think I've done a review of half of these, but one of them should have posted right before I post this video. This one I probably did like a year, maybe 2 years ago, from the house of Afnan. It's Afnan 9 p.m. This is just the original 9 p.m. I wore this recently and I remembered how much I love this fragrance. A friend of mine who has this one, Rum Silver, and Ultramal, which this is a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramal, actually said that she likes this one the most. I probably agree. It's so nice, sweet, fruity, vanillic. It's like, it's really good stuff, honestly, and I don't think it's too bubblegummy. So Ultramal I got rid of. I wore it recently just because when I say I got rid of it, my brother-in-law owns it now. But I like this one a lot. Like, I feel like it's fruitier. It has a little dose of freshness, but the lavender almost comes off creamy in this. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something like fruity, vanillic, and it's got a nice creamy feel to it, this is a really, really good one. And it's really crazy bang for your buck because this doesn't really get hyped anymore. A lot of other Afnans are getting hyped right now, but this one, in my opinion, is a really killer fragrance. If you feel like you're not getting performance from it, anytime you get a Middle Eastern fragrance, let it sit for a little bit. Typically they perform better. It's just that transit. Give it a spray, let it sit on the shelf for like 2 weeks. Honestly, it'll make a huge difference if you're not smelling it, because when I got this one, I didn't feel like it was a beast mode performer and I kept spraying extra. I must have gone nose blind, or it just needed to sit, because now like I wore 3 sprays and I went and I visited my sister who lives a good while south of me. And it lasted like the commute in the morning when I sprayed it, like it lasted through dinner, like it lasted all day. So definitely a good performer. Just give it a minute if you're not feeling the performance from it, and I promise you'll notice a difference. Next. All right, so this one, I believe I should have posted the review on this prior. This one, it should still be a cheapie. I got it for cheap. It goes up and down. I would say don't buy it when it's expensive. From the house of Ferragamo. It's Ferragamo Uomo Signature. So I didn't care for this when I got it, but then as I pulled it out, like maybe a year later, year and a half later, the tonka started to shine and I started to dig it. So you are gonna get a little bit of a coffee note in here, but I don't feel like it's a really prominent coffee fragrance. I get a really nice tonka in this, and I don't know if you guys know this, but tonka is one of my favorite winter notes. I actually want to go back and buy the original. I bought the original, decanted the entire bottle out. I bought Urban Feel, gave it to my dad. Urban Feel is really good, by the way, like really, really good. And I have Casual Life. I'm going to try it again in spring, but Urban Feel I'm probably going to end up getting back because I love blue fragrances, and that is a really nice, easy to wear blue fragrance. This one though, you got tonka, cardamom, a little bit of leather, but it's a real smooth leather, so it's not like a leather prominent. It has coffee beans in it, but you're not going to get, I really don't feel like you're gonna get a whole bunch of coffee beans. Cardamom, I'm telling you, it's like a nice, it's a really good fragrance, and it took me a while to appreciate it, but now I do. Next. I don't remember if I talked about this one. I think I definitely talked about it. I don't know if I did a full video, but if you want a video on it, I'll do one. From the house of John Varvados, it's John Varvados Artisan XX. Now this could totally be changed out and used in fall, and some of my fall John Varvados could be changed out and used in winter. Realistically, when it comes to John Varvados fragrances, I'm gonna wear them all the time. I wear them very regularly. I think like the John Varvados X Nick Jonas Red has a pretty massive dent in it, I can't tell, but that one gets used up really regularly. This one's the same. My buddy Kari, when I visited New York probably 2 years ago, gave me a decant of this, and as soon as it hit discounters, I bought it. So this one is a vetiver scent, woody. It has bitter orange. I think it gets compared to Terre d'Hermès. I don't think they're the same. This is not a dirty orange by any means. And it has a nice Sichuan pepper note, and I feel like you can definitely smell that. This is definitely, in my opinion, a nice dressed up scent, and yeah, I love this a lot. This is a really, really nice scent. You know what though? Everything from the house of John Varvados to me is a really easy buy. I think Artisan Blue and Artisan Aqua are the ones that maybe people would struggle with, possibly Dark Rebel, but that's been discontinued anyway, because Artisan Blue is a green fragrance, which that's completely confusing, and Artisan Aqua is more of a throwback vibe, but everything else, it's really, really hard to dislike. Not all of them are huge performers, but what I notice is they're not that bad. They don't project a whole bunch, but longevity, you're gonna get at least 6 hours with pretty much all of them. This one, no different. If I really need a little bit more performance, I'll go a little ISOE Super with it, because I do really like it. Woodiness with that really nice pepper in the vetiver, you can't go wrong. It's such a nice fragrance. Again, typically I'm gonna dress this one up next. All right, so I think I talked about this one. I don't remember if I've done the whole video. If not, I'm gonna do it really soon. From the house of Alhambra, it's Alhambra Amber Oud Black Edition. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a clone of Effin' Fabulous. Now I haven't smelled that one in years. And when I say smelled it, I smelled the test strip in the mall. I never bought it because it was fine, but I didn't like need it at all. So I'm definitely not gonna compare this one because again, haven't smelled it in years. But I will tell you, this is a really nice leather fragrance that I haven't been digging leather lately. So this one is, in my opinion, a lot more wearable. I think it's because it has like a nice freshness and sweetness to it. So it has lavender and cardamom. I think the lavender adds the freshness. It has grapefruit. You're not really going to detect grapefruit, but it also has orange blossom, benzoin, ambergris, and vetiver. So like, I think that explains the freshness, and maybe that's why this is a lot more wearable to me. Yeah, this is a really wearable one. It has like, it almost smells like smoky, and I don't know if that's like maybe the leather and the benzoin maybe mixed, because that could definitely give it a smoky feel, but it's like a really light, airy smokiness. Not heavy at all, which, because I wouldn't really love that. I like this one a lot. Surprisingly, I only got this because I was like, I kind of want to know what it is. It didn't really have any reviews. I'm gonna give you a full review soon if you want it, but again, it's got a nice little freshness to it, leatheriness, touch of smokiness, probably from the benzoin, but the ambergris, I think it gives it this freshness that makes it something that I crave. I love that note, depending on how it's blended, but it oftentimes gives fragrances a little more character. So I think that's why this fragrance is something that I do like wearing. Next. All right, so this is a clone of Mahogany Woods from Bath & Body Works, which I know is cheap, but it's discontinued. It's from the house of Fragrance World, and it's Fragrance World Hardwood. Nice, boozy, vanillic, woody scent. And I will say this, I like it a lot. I don't love it in the opening. I don't know what it is, but something is a little nauseating. Maybe it's a little too strong for me in the opening, but about 10 minutes after, I love it. And it is a nice, it's a sweet scent also. I mean, on me, the booziness with the vanilla actually comes off my skin really sweet. But it calms down pretty quickly. So I think maybe that sweetness in the opening, the extra too much for me sweetness in the opening is what does that. And the vanilla in this, by the way, is a bourbon vanilla. So it's like bourbon vanilla. It has a cognac. That's like the booziness. It just smells boozy. Woody. Oh, ambery, which I feel like the color always suggests that anyway, but it's really nice. It is really, really nice. It's gonna be hard to dislike it. Again, the opening, if you're like me, maybe a little bit sensitive, it may come off slightly nauseating, but I would say try to not spray right here and you'll be okay. So I go sides of the neck, back. I'm gonna do a how I spray video because that's been requested quite a few times and I promise I'd get it out soon, but I will do the video on this because I don't think I've done it yet. Next. All right, let's just push through these last three from the House of Paris Corner. It's Paris Corner Pistachio Khair. All right, and I love this one a lot. It's Yum Pistachio by Chiale. It's a dupe of that one. This is surprisingly good because I've never smelled that one and I dig this stuff so much. I actually really do like pistachio. I like that note and I like pistachios. I like eating them too, but the note is sweeter. It's kind of like a pistachio gelato. It has a dose of freshness to it. I love how this wears on skin. I'm gonna do a whole video on this soon because it is a really good fragrance. I'll link this down below as well. For the price, it's for the gourmand lovers, but if you like something that leans on gourmand but has enough freshness to wear it, kind of like me, because I don't want something fully gourmand. I don't love that. And on me, a lot of things could go more gourmand than I prefer. I dig this one and I wear this one. I've been wearing this one. Anywho, I'm gonna give you the full video soon. I don't wanna talk too much about it. Next. If you like 1 Million Privé, you will probably want to give this one a try since that's discontinued. It's from Verve Parfums, which I think are a subsidiary, are affiliated with, are under the umbrella of Afnan, if I'm not mistaken, and it's Royce Black. This is a dupe of Armani, or correction, this is a dupe of 1 Million Privé. It is similar. It is not one-to-one. And in terms of performance, it is close. If you do a couple extra sprays, you'll get the same, but to be honest, the 1 Million line on me is all pretty loud. You're gonna get the cinnamon and the tobacco tonka. You will smell it immediately. It is not 1-to-1, but I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty close and in the air. A normal person's nose is gonna have a harder time getting the difference. In fact, if you guys want, I don't know if you guys have watched videos with my friends rating this, but my friend Tamika, usually I'll have her on and she'll rate clones. I can get her on again and we'll rate some clones, and I can put this in the mix because now I'm curious about what other people think, but it's a compliment getter. And it does smell really good, especially if you like that DNA. So again, not exactly 1-to-1, but pretty close. And for the price, you're not gonna beat it. Next. All right, so the last one is pretty cheap from the House of Burberry. It's Burberry London. I didn't feel like I needed this for a long time, but when I got it, I feel like it completely changed my mind. It's got cinnamon, lavender, leather, mimosa, tobacco, guaiac wood, opopanax, and oak moss, which opopanax is a sweet, spicy, balsamic note. It also has a note of port wine. That's what it's really known for. I get like, it's like cypress in here. I think that's what the oak moss is, but I smell cypress. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. I think if this was a bigger performer, everyone would own a bottle, but I wear it to bed really frequently, and I think maybe it's not like super beast mode, but I can still smell it when I wake up at night. So it's a really, really good one. I pull this one out a lot at night. It's a really comforting, cozy scent. I think it's honestly really sexy as well. For a date night, I would reach for this. You don't want something screaming off your skin anyway. I probably need to review it, but since I haven't reviewed at least 6 of these, why don't you guys let me know what you want reviewed down below and what you'll be wearing and what I might need to check out. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!